I'm sure this would make Nikola Tesla pretty proud. Anyway, this is Draku playing Fallout 4, and we're gonna go jump into the Institute real quick.
Proctor Ingram?
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let me make one more frickin' save, and yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we're good. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform, and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto. The device doesn't work from over there. You have to be on the platform.
Dr. Lee is a valuable asset. If any harm comes to her, I'm holding you personally responsible.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds.
Oh, good.
If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3,
See ya,
2,
Piper.
1. Stay safe,
Oh,
soldier.
man. And that's when I died. No. Oh, hey! Teleportation. God damn. Oh boy. Making a new save right there. This should be fun. And no one's here. Well, it's nice and clean. I'll grant you that. Oh, I'm sure there's gonna be a wealth of all kinds of freaking knowledge in here. And trash bins that look like proper trash bins. Holy crap. You'd really think you'd have someone manning the teleporter. You'd really think you'd have like a guard. I am mildly disappointed right now. I should probably take that for the oil. How much carrying room do I have? I can carry so much junk. Oh man.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
That? Yeah, no. Got... Ah, really?
Busted.
I guess that's the call button.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Well, that and to learn as much as I can about your organization and hopefully not have to betray you if I can, but, you know, you did steal my son after all. Minus several hundred respect points right there, for that fact alone. And there he is. Good. Why the hell is he in a cell? Get him out of that.
No use.
Is that him? No. Wait. Spanner, tweezers, applicators. What the hell is this? The alien ship? Oh my god. Alright.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh, shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand.
Prototype?
We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I clicked because I wanted to pull my weapon out. I'd like to shoot you right in the face right now. Do you have any idea how much I'd like to do? That, what happened?
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
Just start answering some questions. How about that?
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am.
What?
Your son.
What? Is that... Well, son of a bitch. How? No, wait. So then how long was...
Are you following?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
That fits.
Hell of a story. But I guess it does make sense.
I'm glad you're willing to accept the truth. It's quite encouraging. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So they needed specimens.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and
That's how.
his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, To have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? She was murdered.
Collateral damage? She was murdered.
Killed? Yes. Murdered? I'm not so sure about that. Still, I do regret never having known her. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They need your help, Sean. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government. It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes. That is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
I will be pausing the video, and I'll be taking a look at everything here. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting that he'd be 60 years old. That was a disappointment, but Yeah, kinda wish I could bring my dog with me, honestly. Otherwise, yeah, I'll pause the game and be back. I just thought I'd also add this one bit here.
About this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
Why build it to look like you?
We'd advanced the technology behind synths to a point where this struck me as an interesting variation. A new angle, if you will. Modeling it after myself seemed only natural, what with the Institute's records and my genetics and physiology. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you think you could love him? Like you would a real boy?
I found the real you. There's no point.
I don't need a synth. I found the real Sean.
Yes, but not the Sean you were looking for. In some ways, the synth is far closer to what you expected. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open mind.
He just doesn't get it. But alright, I'll just, God damn. I'm pause and be back again. God damn. This place. I'll just give you a little bit of backstory here. I decided I'll start recording the, terminals at least. Not the, walking around the entire Institute. Plus, I want to keep, some things, secret, just to give you a reason to play the game yourself. July 16th, 2285. Kellogg's occasional presence continues to unnerve the others. At first I thought they were merely intimidated by his confidence and arrogance, or perhaps even afraid of his general being. Kellogg is, after all, the killer. But as I've continued to witness their reactions, gauge their sidelong glances, I've detected something else, something I should probably have anticipated. Jealousy. Kellogg is a living memorial to a forgotten program. He is an augmented human being, a cyborg, really. And the benefits he has received cannot be denied. But really, the scientists here could not care less about enhanced reflexes or greater combat efficiency. No, the cause of their envy is something more practical, more primal. His enhanced life expectancy. Just how long will Kellogg live if he passes naturally? However unlikely that may be. It's hard to say. He's already more than 100 years old. Older, certainly, than any other human in the Commonwealth. His complete physiology has been altered. Perhaps he'll make it to 150. Perhaps even 200. Let the petty have their petty jealousies. Kellogg is a living testament to the ingenuity and superiority of the Institute, and I make no small pleasure in knowing that must irritate him to no end. They have an FEV lab. A forced evolutionary virus lab. I'm sorry, what? Oh, god damn it. The fact that Sean grew up in a society like this was certainly not good. The wait continues. Io can only confirm sightings outside Vault 111, and again in Diamond City sometime later. What that means, I'm not sure. Will we actually meet? Was this all for nothing? No, not nothing. I will have learned valuable things about myself, my past, either way. I cannot afford to let emotion get in the way. I must simply observe and record. I'm told Kellogg has gone offline. Strangely, I find myself thinking of Dr. Walker. He had such high hopes for Kellogg. Such faith in the implants, what they could mean. I still regret eliminating that project, but I know where it would have led us. Walker was never shy about his goals, and too many others were starting to listen. In the end, I believe I was justified. The Institute is about preserving humanity, not some bizarre amalgamation of biology and technology. Ah, I need his code to shut those down. Damn. Of course. It is curious as to why he'd decide to, order those synths to attack and kill people, including entire communities. That is the unusual thing about it. I'm gonna have to do some searching to see what the hell is going on here. Something's up. I'm sure it's not all just something as simple as trying to remain isolated from humanity, from the surface. Why would they still be trying to interact with the surface then? Well, I'll see what I can uncover. I'll be back when I find something else.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Just
the
thought I'd,
Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
Huh. Alright, interesting. I'll be back when I meet the next person, I guess. Oh good, sense. I could buy from them. That's gonna be great. While I was looking around, I happened to find an interesting recording about their plans for the surface there. Crap, that was not the right thing. No,
Jack,
no, don't.
This is Perry.
Crap.
What's the...
This is the right
Look,
one.
Director, I'm gonna make the same recommendation I did last time. We did everything we could. 4 years dedicated to preserving this Commonwealth Provisional Government. You've seen the same reports I have. It's falling apart and fast. We need a plan for what happens when that fall is complete. I know some of the other divisions have suggested we just cut off all contact, hide underground and pretend nobody's home. That would, in my opinion, be a mistake. We can't just give up on these people, and with the Android program, we don't have to. We'll soon have the capabilities to deploy androids to the surface in great enough numbers to maintain order. Just think about it, all right? Keep it in mind moving forward.
So, I'm hoping I can somehow convince Sean that that would work. They shouldn't give up on the surface. I'll see if that's going to be an option, or if Bethesda was kind enough to think of all of the possible outcomes for the story. I'll find out in a little bit here. I just also happened to come across some weapons in the testing lab over there that, apparently they have synth relay grenades. That's, literally, you throw a grenade out, and you get a synth just popping up out of nowhere. That could be practical.
Rushed work is sloppy at best, and deadly at worst.
Wow, it's really, they have a lot of stuff here. And here she is, Dr. Lee, Fallout 3. It's been a while. How's it going?
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be
Any
here.
idea if that experiment with the mass spectrometer wrapped up? I need it for a project.
Yes, I believe so.
I'm new around here.
You must think I'm some kind of idiot. Father may have given you the keys to the castle, but I still decide who goes in and who goes out of my laboratory. So why don't you just run along and let me get back to work?
Easy. I just want to talk.
About what? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
I see your attitude's never changed. Why did you leave the Brotherhood exactly?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread their dirty little secrets. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
He's actually still alive, funny enough.
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
Alright, whatever.
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
What? Wow, Christ, really? I can just teleport whatever I want?
A Courser chip? What's it do?
The same thing it does for our coursers. Creates a link to the relay that allows them, and now you, to get in and out at will. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
Yep, alright, sweet. Don't mind if I do take a... Oh my god. I can now... Are you saying that I can now just fast travel wherever I want, whenever I want, at completely will? That's... Did that just happen? Do I now just have the ability to leave whenever the hell I feel like? Can I just teleport and just say, oh, I want to go to the... Okay, no. Alright. So you lied to me. Is that what you just did? Maybe? I'm not entirely sure how this is working, but I'm guessing I can leave now. Did she actually do anything? Did you do anything, Dr. Lee? I feel like you didn't.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive, but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence.
Remember that.
If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Interesting. Oh, I guess I'll be back when I find the other people, I suppose. Well, I did some digging around in the FEV lab and happened to come across this interesting log here.
Personal log entry 142.
Crap, wrong one. Where the hell did it go? Why does this always seem to happen? Really? I lost the... Well, it was Dr. Virgil's personal notes, particularly about the experiments that were going on in the FEV lab. And despite his request to have the seemingly needless experiments discontinued, there it is. I'll let it speak for itself.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done. The lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Ah, so apparently, you shouldn't just up and trust, Sean altogether. There's something more at play here. I don't know what the hell this tape is, so let's find out.
This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division. March 22-24. We just received another batch of subjects. But as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. More of the same won't help. The two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board. Exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
So I'm guessing either he wants to put himself into a vat, or he wants to put me into a vat. Either way, he doesn't plan to tell me everything. So we'll see where this all goes.
The project is showing promising results.
I just thought I'd show you that there are a freaking gorilla in Fallout 4. Wow. I wonder what other animals they've added to this game. Holy freaking crap. Mods are gonna have so many freaking... You're gonna go to Africa, for God's sake. It's gonna be pretty cool.
I can't imagine living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare.
God, I still say I love the Institute. It looks very nice, just... It's a shame, really, about what might have to happen here.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
Not yet.
Excuse me,
I wonder how
Doctor.
the Warwick family
Welcome.
is doing.
So good to have you here.
Young Wally must be
Dr.
close
Clayton
to 10 years
Holdren,
old by now.
head of the
It's
Bioscience
remarkable
Division.
that any child
I can't
can
wait for you
survive
to
for
see
so
the work
long
we're
up
doing.
there, don't you think?
It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information. From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Really, synth gorillas.
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
Huh.
Dr. Holdren.
Anything I can help you with?
You mentioned medical care. I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist and also serves as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
Clayton.
Anything I can help you with?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Alright. I'll be back when I get to the next section I need to take a look at. I also just decided to check one of the terminals, and it turns out they were planning to perform some experiments on the Warwick homestead. Keep that in mind, by the way, if you travel there, I guess. Unfortunately, they, I suppose, may have already acquired Roger Warwick. So keep that in mind next time I get around over there. Anyway, still looking around.
Could have been anything. It was probably just a glitch in the nervous system. The fine motor control software could use an update.
If it were just a limb twitching, but her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself what you do.
If you're about to launch into one of your speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can breathe, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Lane, you know where to find the teleporter.
Just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do well to remember that.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to the Institute. Please.
So that's how they create their sense.
All our
Got it.
divisions are important, but I tend to think of robotics as the first among equals.
Excuse me, Doctor.
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third generation synths are a true breakthrough. Culmination. If you ask me, the synth software could use a little more debugging.
I think a lot of things can use some debugging. That's really impressive. Wow.
The synths aren't just Father's legacy. They're his gift to humanity.
Oh wow, and it produces all of the organs inside. Oh, hey.
Firmly hold on to the opinion that the synths are inferior. By limiting them, we limit our work.
I am well aware of your ideas, Doctor, and there is a reason they are not the popular ones. There needs to be a distinction between us and them.
No, they are an evolution of us. The synths possess vast untapped potential if we'd only let them show.
I suggest you keep your radical opinions to yourself from now on. Otherwise, you might find yourself being escorted to the teleporter for a one-way trip.
Hi, Doc.
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity. And they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and Institute interests, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us then?
I'm not entirely sure just yet.
I'm thinking it over.
Well, I hope you do decide to stay. It would mean a great deal to Sean. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
Actually, I had some questions.
Hey, Doc.
We're quite fortunate to have the synths to aid us.
Ah, alright. So much for getting those
You wouldn't
questions
happen to
answered.
have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
No. I mean, unless you mean...
Hello. Welcome. Please, step this way for processing.
So I will be back once again when I find something else.
Thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
Not sure what that's all about.
Courses on the hunt are relentless. If you see one, you should stay out of its way.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Hey.
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
What's Justin doing that's causing friction?
Oh, he's just pushy and demanding. He thinks his problem should be everyone's biggest concern. I have to admit, though, the other divisions have never taken our needs as seriously as they should. Guess they see us as a necessary evil or something. It's really not fair. Oh, just listen to me. It's the first chance we've had to get acquainted, and all I want to do is complain. In any case, it was good to meet you.
Alright. This is an amazing place to get as much aluminum as you need.
Constant vigilance is vital in preventing synth escapes.
Doctor.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be up front with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
You don't trust me?
Why? Don't you trust me?
Oh, it's nothing personal. I don't trust anyone. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Oh good, I can finally fast travel to and from. Nice.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who were you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Oh, right, Dr. Zimmer, that guy was in Rivet City, right? Oh, so he's not dead. What a shame. Let's see here. Alright, so I will just, I'll be back then. When I see, where this goes. I did find a bit of interesting, noteworthy, facts here. Turns out, B592 unit was, apparently a memory-wiped, synth that took on the identity of Gabriel, and now leads a raider gang over in Libertalia. Gonna have to go look for that and see if I can go find that raider that was once a robot. That should be fun, right? Finally a raider that'll put up a fight. Anyway, I'll be back. Oh, and just in case you haven't noticed, turns out, of course, they have informants for the Institute. Keep this one in mind, I guess, especially if you have your settlements anywhere. Most importantly, Trash Can Carla that I've been trading with a few times. Now I finally know which side she's on. Good to know. It's helpful when they keep a list of all of the people that gives them information. I'll be moving on from here in just a second. Oh, and funny enough, Piper might have been onto something here. Infiltrator Unit McDonough. I'm starting to wonder if M762, the Infiltrator Unit McDonough, hasn't begun to outlive its usefulness. Assuming the identity of Diamond City's mayor has provided us with valuable intelligence over the years, but suspicions have been continuing to mount. This latest incident, the publication of that newspaper article specifically calling McDonough's humanity into question, might just be the tipping point. I've spoken with Ayo, and we both agree, if the situation does become untenable, reclamation seems unfeasible. M762 was specifically engineered to mimic the actual human McDonough. As such, the unit's synthetic biology is that of someone overweight and grossly out of shape. A mem wipe would kill any psychological weaknesses attributed to self-perceived old age, but that body? Lost cause. The real irony here is that M762, in one of its dispatches back to the Institute, requested a future posting in the Coursers, citing loyalty and years of service. And that request alone was evidence enough self-awareness and independence to completely eliminate him from contention. Never mind the fact that he wouldn't even fit into the uniform. Determination. When and if M762's identity is eventually compromised, the unit is effectively decommissioned in field. No reclamation. No Institute assistance. Given its relative age and physical condition, not to mention the danger inherent in the infiltrator unit's discovery, further lifespan is estimated at 2 weeks maximum. Oh boy, so yeah, wow. It's a good thing I didn't like the guy to begin with. I also thought I'd see what she would have to say about what happened to Virgil.
Dr. Lee.
Took you long enough to find that evidence. Let me see what you've got.
Here you go.
A holotape? This better not be a waste of my time.
Make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the Coursers can find me.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
Well, I don't think the Brotherhood ever lied to you, did they?
At least the Brotherhood never lied to you.
I'm such a fool. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Happy to have you back on board. God damn. Why can't I use this terminal? Why can't I... F it, whatever. Anyway, moving on. Now we just gotta deal with... Sean. That's gonna be a real pain in the ass, but alright. If I have to save and load a few times just to get a better outcome. You know what? No, I'm gonna stick with what happens. I brought him into this world, I'll take him out if I have to. God damn it. Alright, so how are we gonna do this? I should get my armor first. I should get my armor back. I don't know. I just have a bad feeling. Maybe I might need to use my armor. Oh god. Hopefully I don't have to, but if I gotta get out of here real quick like, I'm gonna be real disappointed I didn't pick up all the aluminum first. In fact, I'm gonna save just in case I do have to get out of here quick. So I can go and pick up as much as I can carry.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
It's amazing, I'll be honest.
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now, the priority is to reclaim that synth before more harm is done. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Sean.
The sooner that synth is safely back in the Institute, the better for everyone.
Alright. Never mind then, I don't have to worry about it. So I'll be back when I'm with the Brotherhood here, because I really want to hear where this goes. Just thought I'd meet up with Ingram first, and see what the hell she has to say about all this.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
You didn't expect me to survive the trip?
A device like the Signal Interceptor is way out of my league. I was hoping you'd make it, but I find it tough to have faith in technology I don't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
What do you hope to find on there?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxson gave you all of the details? Good luck, Knight.
Awesome. That should definitely help the Brotherhood. Let's see. Oh, I gotta go all the way back up there? Alright, I'll be back. Alright, Maxson, let's see what you have to say about all this. Making sure you're still with me, that Piper.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
She's definitely on our side.
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Alright.
Trying to minimize reactor jitter, adjusting compression rate.
Hull plating integrity looks good. No need for adjustments.
Oh my god! Yes! Is it? Oh my god! Yes! Is that really what they're gonna... Oh my god, I didn't think Bethesda would remember. God damn it. That patriotic, robotic son of a bitch.
We finally have first-hand knowledge about their facility.
Watch your step out here. It's a long way down.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh man. If this is really Liberty Prime. If this is really Liberty Prime. Oh my god, I have the biggest smile on my face again. God damn it. Yes! I thought I'd never get to see that guy again. Where is she? Alright, there you are. Let's get this robot back up in order.
I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxson told you about it?
That it's important?
Well, seems to feel it's pretty important.
Important is an understatement. We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. I hope it's worth it. Come on. It's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in.
God damn it.
Another day, another assignment.
This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Oh my god.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
My help? I don't know a thing about robot repair.
Why don't we leave the repairing to my scribes? You're going to be doing the legwork. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, no, he'd always had that problem, didn't he?
I assume you can fix that?
I wish it was that simple. If this happened to one of the robots on the Prydwen, I'd just swap out its fusion pile. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, no wonder she's reluctant to try and speak with... Oh, god damn it. Probably doesn't want to have to put up with her getting destroyed again. I'd be pissed off.
Doesn't seem
199.
Me, archaeological relic.
Oh. Oh, god damn it.
It feels good to walk among friends.
It feels good to see this robot again. God damn it. Do you talk? Do you talk yet? Oh my god, I need to see you talking. Oh lord. This is the best thing ever. This is just... Oh my god. I'll be back when I go find Dr. Lee. God damn it. This is just so good. So good after playing Fallout 3. Hey, so apparently Dr. Lee's over here in the...
FEV? Who knows what other sick projects the Institute's working on?
No idea. I'm sure we'll find out the hard way.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
How'd you know? You changed your mind all of a sudden.
What changed your mind?
Nothing changed my mind. I promised you I'd return to the Brotherhood, and I've kept my end of the bargain.
You, do I need to remind you?
Do I need to remind you why you made that promise in the first place?
Of course not. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
What mistake was that? It saved the feckin' Capital Wasteland from the Brotherhood, or from the Enclave. Why would you... Why would you... Oh my god.
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
They may not be saints, but does it really matter if it serves a noble end?
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
There we go. Hell yeah, you better like that, Piper. Alright, let's see here. That's not the map I want. Alright, good. Now I just need to go back to Proctor Ingram. God damn, I'm going back and forth here. I can't fast travel. I'm gonna be back when I find her, and we'll see what we have to do next. Well, hello there! Alright. Gotta love what they've done with Liberty Prime here. Not really gonna make it nothing subtle with it, huh? Damn it. We're just gonna build it out in the open, alright. Alrighty then. Where the hell is Ingram? Oh my god.
Proctor.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
What do the actuators do?
Pretty simple, really. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Alright. Let's see here. High-powered magnet, huh? I feel like I could probably just buy one of those pretty easily. Oh my god. This is gonna be so good. Oh, I hope he drop kicks something. I really hope he does. Oh god damn it. Mod like Groovatron's probably gonna make... Oh god damn it, I can't even. If I could make Liberty Prime dance, that's just gonna be so goddamn funny. Damn it, Fallout 4. Damn it, Bethesda. Why do you make such a good game? Ah, this is gonna be good. Alright, so I guess I'll end my video here. I'll see you when I get everything built. And, see you in the next one. Away!